Hey, what's up? Saturday morning again. Another Friday night, no alcohol. We're creeping up on 10 months. I'm excited to get the summer through. I want to enjoy it and get to my 1 year. Every day I find it amazing that I made it this far, which is pretty cool. But always got to be vigilant and on top of things. So I wanted to try to make a positive video. I really can't complain, and I hope some of you can relate and reflect on your lives. My bills are paid. My finances are good. I have everything within like a reasonable target of what I want. Obviously, I'd like to have, absorbent amounts of things, but, I may never own $1 million car or a multi-million-dollar mansion, but as far as like middle class living, I'm doing quite well. I try to remind myself every week that things could always be worse. And when I'm complaining, it's sort of like, it's a little ridiculous and selfish to complain. Like if there's stuff I want and I don't have, if I'm going to complain about it, which I don't, I used to when I was younger, I'm going to strive to get it. Or, I realize there's people that would love to have the things I have. When you're envying someone else, there's someone possibly envying you, your situation, or whatever. It could always be worse. I mean, there's quadriplegics, paraplegics, people missing limbs, people deaf, people blind, people starving, people drug-riddled and living on the streets, people in jail, long-term. There's a lot of things where it's like, wow, I'm doing good. Like, I have it made. What am I complaining about? I live in a decent country. There's some things I don't agree with politically, but it is what it is. We're still quite free. Taxes suck, but that's everywhere, Taxes, it's very unfortunate, You're taxed when you get your paycheck, you're taxed when you pay, land taxes, property taxes, all these taxes when you resell something, taxes. So many tax implications. I'm not going to stray off into that, but taxes suck. But what can you do, right? Got to pay them. Yeah, but life's good. Bills are paid. Credit score is good. Wealth's good. My job's going okay. Don't mind my habitual habit of leaving almost empty Powerade bottles on my desk. There's a lot of things out there. Sometimes I will seek the lesser to remind myself that life is grand, right? There's always someone in a worse situation. And I don't do that to like judge. I do that to remind myself that my situation is not all that bad, right? I get to work out daily. I get to make an income. I have a beautiful girlfriend. She's amazing. She's supportive. She has a heart of gold. My family's awesome. Sometimes it's hard to be around them all the time. During like the holidays, they're like a pill, right? They're good. They're okay for a little while, and then you need some alone time. But they're amazing. I just really can't complain. My close friends, they're amazing too. But people are busy, and I've lost touch. My drinking's caused some issues in the past with some people, and it's sad. If they can't look past and see how I am now, then that's on them at this point. It's not the like typical, oh, he'll be drinking again next weekend, or oh, he'll be acting like this, or oh, he's doing this. That's out the window now at this point. So it's on them, and I move on. I'm moving forward. But I'd like to rekindle some relationships down the line if possible. If not, I move on, and that's all there is to it. But yeah, life is grand. I mean, there's some things I still caffeine detox I want to do. I want to play my midis more. I don't get them out, and I don't do it. I always go right to my guitars, which isn't a bad thing. It's just I've been saying for like forever now I want to get back into making some electro music, like house and trance, and really put some time into learning the piano. I just know it's not easy. It's difficult. And when I was younger, I was into it quite hard, and I fell out of it. And I put like $1,000 into more equipment, a drum pad, a mixer, a new MIDI, and I own Fruity Loops, and I really miss Reason. I had Reason 3, now it's on like Reason 15 because it's been like a decade plus. I haven't rebought it. I mean, that's another $400, and yeah, but I need to put some time into that and just force myself to do it. You just got to do it, which is another video in itself. And I'm sleeping on it. I'm disappointed in that. Also, electric guitar, I want to riff out more, and I always go to my acoustic. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not perfect, But anyways, life is good, and I think you should reflect on it and realize that it's not that bad. If you have a roof over your head, a pillow to put your head on, you have food to eat, it's not that bad. I've been there with the bare minimums, right? You might not have everything you want, but it's better than what it could be, right? Sometimes you get lost in the sauce, the grind every day, and you start complaining about little things. And it's just ridiculous, It's across the board. Like people, oh, my minimal back pain. And then when there's people that can't walk or like they have serious trauma, like, oh, my headache, when people have serious migraines, like medically, induced medically conditioned migraines where they can't see right and they throw up. I'm complaining, I'm working 50 hours. I mean, working a lot of overtime does suck, but there's people out there working for less money, more hours. There's people making more money. It's just the way it is. But I'm complaining when I'm sure there's people that have rougher jobs than I do. People have easier jobs. It's like a spectrum, right? There's always going to be people in a worse case scenario, and there's always going to be people in a better case scenario, right? It's like the bell curve. You could fall anywhere on it, right? I don't know. It's pretty much with how many people are on Earth, it's impossible to be at the bottom of the spectrum or the top, So I'm never going to have Jeff Bezos' wealth. I'm never going to be fit like a steroid popping, bodybuilder that's in the gym 8 hours a day. I'm also not going to be in the rut like someone who's, I'm not going to be having to deal with the difficulties of being like paralyzed or being in like severe financial debt or something, So like there's both ends of the spectrum there. And I'm rambling like always, but life's good. And all I need to do, I want to kick the caffeine and see how I feel after a few weeks. And I'm going to document that on here. I'm thinking around July, maybe. I don't know. I just got to do it. I'm drinking coffee right now. I don't want to go through it. I went a year without it, and I went 3 months without it, 2 different occasions. And when I got into intermittent fasting, black coffee's allowed. So, like, it became habitual. And in the mornings, it's almost like a pre-workout. And then, but it really does exhaust you, though. When that caffeine crash comes, man, it wrecks you by the afternoon. Like today, I'll feel like crap in the afternoon. I always do. But I've already talked extensively about this. But I love it for my fasting. I fast 16 hours a day, water and black coffee. So in the mornings, it's black coffee. Throughout the day at work. And then I try to cut it off by 4. Sometimes I'll drink it at 5, which messes my sleep up. I already know it. It's already messing my sleep up drinking the amount I do. But yeah, it'll be nice to get off of it. I know I'm going to be tired more. I think my anxiety will be better, but I'll be able to drink more, water and like more hydration instead of just all this coffee in the morning. Sometimes I don't hydrate. I drink a lot of spring water, but on the weekends when I'm not at work, like sweating and all that, I'll drink coffee for like 2 or 3 hours. And it's just like, I'm pretty sure it dehydrates you, even though it's basically bean water when you drink it straight black. I mean, it's disgusting, but I'm used to it. Just like whey protein with spring water, your average person would probably throw up drinking it. You need it with milk or something like that. But I'm used to doing that for low carb intake with whey protein. But I think I soft a bit of the guns. But yeah, it's a hard thing to do, but your palate transitions to like non-sugary things. And I still crave that stuff, and I'll have cheat days and it's like so amazing. But it, has repercussions. So I'm pretty strict. I try to be. My girlfriend eats what she wants when she wants, and we enjoy cheat days. Like when I give in and we go and eat Chinese, we'll eat like Chinese, and then we'll make a bunch of fries and whatever, and just snicker. I go on like a bender when I have cheat days. It's fun, but then I feel like crap every time. But yeah, here I am rambling. 11 minutes in, man. I can just ramble all freaking day. But anyways, yeah, this life is good. Always try to correlate with where you could be and where some people are. It's both ways. There's no way you're at the very bottom or the very top, right? So it could always be better or worse. But yeah, that's about it.